What's up, everybody? I'm in Newport. Just decided to come down here to take a quick little stroll. I needed to be by the water for a minute. Is anybody in Orange County? Does anybody know what this big spotlight is over here? See there in the distance? Does anybody know what this is for? Maybe we'll drive over and investigate. There's some large light over here. I'm on Lido Island. That's where I'm seeing it from. If anyone figures it out, let me know. It's just it's just south of Newport, so south of Balboa Island. I'm trying to figure out what this spotlight is. I think it's further down than where the ferry is that we took yesterday, the auto ferry. My phone is not showing any notifications, so I'm gonna have to look at my other phone to read the chat. Okay, cool. There are some people in here. I thought I was all alone. It's showing me the chat now on my other phone. It's just not on my streaming phone, so. What up, Frankie, Teresa, Sandy, Running on Empty, Eliza, Jordan, Elizabeth, Selena, Sandy, Penny, Ms. VB, AZ, Mick, Ivy, Teresa, Jordan, Caitlin, Bree. It's the perfect temperature right now. What up, Vicky, Julie, May, Mama Hill, Eliza, Wohall, Diana, what up? Stock Jockey, Cali Scuba, Running on Empty. Sometimes there's a yacht here, not tonight. There's some weird rippling going on right here. Right here. The patrol guy just passed us again. I'm pretty sure whenever we sit on that chair that we're on, well, I know we're on the security camera because it's under the chair. See how the guy's gonna take a scoop around here and then come back? This is what he did last night. We'll watch him on the scoop back. I think what he does is he comes down and looks at the license plates so he knows that we're chilling right here. He's like, I need to put some new thumbtacks on that chair so that nobody sits there. Feels good to be outside. Just thinking about my dad. Sort of wondering if I'll ever see that guy again. Nobody really knows what the next plane is after this. He does. He knows. My dad was 73. When I was little, oh look, someone's in a little paddle boat right there. When I was little, my dad wanted me to play golf, and I didn't want to. And then he bought a golf cart, and then I did want to. It was a 3-wheel golf cart. It was a Harley Davidson. It didn't have a steering wheel. It just had a triangle, like a metal triangle. And I acted like I liked to play golf, but really I just wanted to drive the cart, and I couldn't hit it further than I could throw it. At the time I was a pitcher. I was playing baseball and I thought I was pretty decent at baseball. So my dad would go over and hit his shot, and then I would take a club with me. I had a junior set of Wilsons, so it wasn't a full set. It was like a driver, a 3-wood, a putter, and a couple irons. I would pretend that I was hitting it, but I would just throw it. And he would say, "Nice shot." He knew I didn't shoot it. So that was pretty cool. He was so good at every sport. Oh, there's an electric Duffy right here. That's one of the reasons I wanted to be like him. He was just so good at everything. He just had like natural ability with everything. Something new that he'd never done before, he was going to be good at it. I played competitive tennis when I was a teenager, and I practiced every single day. I'd hit against the ball machine. I went to tournaments. He could still hang with me even when I was so practiced and like so sharp. He could still hang with me. And one of the worst memories I had was he didn't let me win at anything. He would always beat my ass no matter what we were playing. And I just always thought like, damn, I can't wait to just beat this guy's ass. I don't care what it is, basketball, whatever. Like, I just want to win against this dude just to show him like I'm good too. And I went up there, I think it was when I was just graduating high school. And I took our tennis rackets because I had both of them. His racket was my backup racket, and we played tennis, and I beat his ass, and I waited for that my whole life, and I just thought it would feel like the student has become the teacher type thing, but really it was just like this look of defeat on his face, like, oh, you finally are better than I am. And I thought he would be like happy about it, but he wasn't. He was just kind of more like, oh, I guess my time has passed. So that was kind of a sad memory for me, because I looked forward to that my whole life. Like, when am I ever going to be good enough to beat this dude? And I thought he would be happy, like, oh, my son is like progressing and he's doing well. And then for a long time I was into golf. I'm still into golf, but for a while I was really serious about it. And that's the thing that he loved more than anything, was going out and playing golf. And he was never good. I took a golf lesson once, and my golf teacher was like, who taught you how to play golf? And I said, oh, my dad. And he was like, oh, is your dad a good golfer? And I said, no. And he's like, I can see where these like teachings came from. You're not really doing it right. I was doing more of like a baseball type swing, and he was like, this isn't what you should be doing. So I did play golf with my dad last year, and I played so well, and he was playing so poorly, and it made him sad. He ended up not finishing the round, and at the end he was like, I'm so proud of you. You're all grown up. It never felt good to beat him, even though that's what I always wanted. So it's weird. You get what you want, and then it's not how you thought it was going to be. My dad was really old school. Right now, in his closet at his house, he has the pair of basketball shoes he wore when he was in high school. Not because that's a good memory from him, but because he's so thrifty like that. Like, that's probably where I got a lot of my penny pinching skills. I don't think saying he's cheap is the right word, but like, you had to justify every purchase that you were making, and then if it wasn't a good purchase, you have to like punish yourself so that you don't do it again, type of thing. And I have this other memory from him. I was good at snowboarding when I was in high school. My friends and I went up a lot, and there was a trip that I invited him to come with me, and it was to Loveland. There's a ski resort right before I-70, right before the Eisenhower Tunnel. There's this ski resort called Loveland. And I invited him to come up with me, and really I just wanted to show off. Like, that was my home court, so I just wanted to impress him, do some tricks, and see what he'd say. On the ride up there, I was like, he'd rented skis, he rented all the gear. And I said, Dad, do you know how to ski? And he looked at me and he was like, son, I've been water skiing my whole life. He's like, I was water skiing before you were on this planet. He's like, I don't need any help learning how to ski. He's like, I know how to do it. I was like, okay, enough said. We get out onto the hill. I'm sitting down because I have to buckle my other foot into the snowboard. And I just see this dude take off like so fast, like just immediately he's going so fast. And I just thought to myself, like, wow, he was not bullshitting. Like, he's really good. So I start like following him, and he doesn't turn. He's like doing some speed skiing shit. And it was just so weird looking because like I'm used to picturing somebody putting the ski poles underneath their arms when they go fast. He was just going fast, and it didn't look it didn't look under control, but it also looked like it was, somewhat in control. So I'm going as fast as I can, and I'm just like so impressed. I'm like, how is he like getting away from me? I'm going so fast. He doesn't turn at all. He goes to the bottom of the hill, and he's just like frozen there, and he's just standing there. And so I, ride up next to him, and I like come to a stop, and I was like, that was crazy. I was like, you're going so fast. And he took his goggles off, and he gave me this look like he had shit his pants. And he paused, and he goes, Jeremy, I never had to stop before. He goes, in water skiing, you don't stop. He was like, I've never had to stop. And he goes, about halfway through, I realized I was going too fast. And he was like, I was just trying to stay out of the trees at that point. And I was like, holy shit, because he was like flying past all these people, and you get in trouble for going that fast at a ski resort. It's like not safe, and everybody knows it. He took off all of his gear and returned it to the rental shop. He was so scared. And the rental guy was like, oh, is everything okay? Do you need to swap it out for a different size? And he was like, no, I'm returning all of it. And it was just such a mixture of emotions, because I went from thinking like, oh my God, this guy really is just good at every single thing that he tries, no matter what. Like, hey. And then I was just like, wow, that was impressive that he just didn't kill himself right there. Like it was all the way down a mountain without turning. I don't even really know how he came to the stop at the very end. But he took one run. I got to ride a mountain with him for several minutes. It was just that one run. And I was impressed. My uncle was there. My uncle, his brother passed away 2 years ago. His older brother died. That was tough for our family. And then last January, his older sister died. That was also very tough for our family. She was kind of the matriarch of our little family, and she always had her shit together. She was always the person that really had everything under control. And her son, my cousin, died as well. And last year I had a couple friends die. I've just had a lot of death around me the last few years. And it feels like now that it won't stop. Like, instead of like, oh, I'm feeling sorry for myself, it just seems like, yo, this is what we're doing. Like, that's what's happening for everybody. You're here for a sneeze of a life, and then at any time you could just get blindsided, lightning strikes you, just any number of things that could happen that end your life. And so for me personally, when somebody passes away, it just reignites that fire under my ass that's like, be happy now. Be happy tonight. Don't be happy 2 nights from now, a week from now. I'll be happy when. None of that for me. I'll be happy tonight. At the end of the night, when I finally get to take my shoes off, I'm going to soak up every little drop of happiness that there is, no matter where it's coming from. Even if I have to create it myself. If I have to put on music and videos and comedy and get out art projects, jump into hobbies, there's no excuse for not being happy right now. And continuing that for every single breath that you have on the planet. I've had parents, but I was parenting my parents a lot, especially the last few years, and they didn't want that. When you're a parent, you want to be the one in control. You want to be the one in charge, the one helping. I'm sure it's pretty uncomfortable to be in a position where you need your child's help. So that couldn't have been easy for him. Seeing my mom go through what she's still going through. To see anybody that you care about suffer is just the worst pain. My mother-in-law died. She had stage 4 cancer, and when she got the diagnosis that she had cancer, they said she has 6 months to live, and she was gone 6 months after they told us that. So she got the diagnosis, and then just right away it was, she's not going to make it. I think when you find out that anybody, even if it's not somebody in your life, if you hear about someone passing away, it's just a good idea for you to, hug your loved ones, call your family members that are still around and tell them that they mean a lot to you. Do that for them and do it for yourself too. I mean, the more that you say, the more that you won't regret not saying. And just be sure that the people that you care about know that you care about them. And celebrate life. I mean, I think everybody just gets caught in the hamster wheel of like, oh, it wasn't a good day because nothing amazing happened. It's a good day when nothing bad happens for me. It's probably even still a good day when bad things happen, because I'm going to try to salvage it. Oh well, hold on, there's fireworks going off over here. You can see the smoke, but I saw the firework. I'll keep it here just in case there's another one. I was at my apartment and I opened up the boxes that we just got from the P.O. box. There were some things in there for Jamie from Dev. A padlock, some photos from him riding, some motocross photos, some Tabasco sauce, toothbrush. I have a raincoat that I brought for him last night, some shoes, some plastic bags that he can keep stuff in, so that he's staying right by the water, so his stuff always gets wet, so he always needs bags. If you missed the weekend when we went and saw Jamie, he was drinking and he was definitely angry. He was definitely expressing some frustration. And then when I went and saw him last night, he was still in that same area where he just kind of wanted to be angry, and anybody that would listen, he wanted to let them know how angry he was. I do want to drop off these supplies, but I'm not going to stay. I'm just going to drop them off and go. So we are going to go over by the pier and see if we can see him. If so, we got new shoes for him that are awesome. He said he only wears cool stuff, and like, that's pretty cool. This is the Tabasco I got him last night, and then this is what Dev sent in, 2 brand new things of Tabasco for him. Padlock with keys, brand new lock, toothbrush and toothpaste. And then this is a huge raincoat, like an extra large raincoat that goes over everything, it's bigger than a poncho. So I want to see what this light is over here too. Whatever this spotlight is, we're going to go try to figure out what that is. And I do want to go walk on both piers. I want to walk on Newport Beach Pier and also Balboa. But just a heads up, I don't have it in me to stay there and really chat with him, especially if he's in a bad mood. I'm just going to drop this stuff off. See the spotlight? We're going to try to figure out what that is. I did let him know last night that when we talked to him this weekend, he let a couple racist remarks slip. And that's what I was letting him know last night. I was like, You know, you don't know much about me, but something you should know is that I have zero tolerance for any of that. And he was trying to defend it with some stuff, and I cut him off, and I was just like, look, there just isn't an excuse for me. And I left shortly after that because he was just in a bad mood, which is all right. But it's not like we're doing this because we're only helping people when they're in a good mood. We're just trying to help people just in general. Because this week to kind of like throw a tantrum, and he was telling me like, once it's on the ground it's dirty and I won't use it again. I knew that he was gonna pick all that stuff up when we left, and he did. And that's kind of what I was saying. It felt like he was just kind of throwing a little tantrum because Is the audio off? Can you even see, are the mouth, or is the audio not? I can't tell if anybody's even in here or not. I know that this pier usually has a bad reception. Like, the reception here is not great.
Coming home. Button to answer.
I guess we'll just keep trying and see if it gets better. If not, then I'll leave. I'm going to leave this area and go to the other pier. For some reason, the reception's bad over here. I'm going to look and see if Jamie's there, and if not, then we'll just bounce to the other pier. I'll let you see where we are. Keep it like this so people can see if it's moving or not. It's just starting to get foggy out here. This vehicle only spot. Didn't notice that before. I think that's where we were parked last night, to be honest. I didn't even only parking spots here. I'm gonna park right behind and see if we can make it. If we can park here. If it reconnects. Actually, I can't see it. I can't see it on this phone anyway. I'm going to restart the stream and see if it helps.